Previously on Live to Give, fans versus favorites versus famous. After surviving night one, the players had a lot of success to celebrate. On Anoka, Angie celebrated the success of her day one goal, while Derek celebrated finding a hidden immunity idol along with his pal, Megan. However, Derek wasn't the only one to find an idol. During an idol hunt in the Shakopee tribe, James became the third player in this season to find an idol, while Ryan also saw him find it. Throughout night one, Jack, McCrae, Stan, and Aaron were given the choice to study for the challenge in the morning or rest up in case they re-entered the game. Aaron, McCrae, and Jack caught some Z's, while Stan studied to get an A. During the trivia challenge, Stan could not become the man, and Jack earned his title as the comeback king. When tribes arrived for their third challenge early on morning 2, the tribes got a nice wake-up call when they found out they would be going from 4 tribes to 3, and the curse of Owatonna would be put to a close. But the surprises weren't over because the tribes were then told that Jack would be re-entering the game. During the immunity challenge, the contestants tested their endurance in a hard-fought battle, but in the end, it was the new Anoka tribe that broke their focus as the Orange Curse continues. On the new Shakopee tribe, there were some strong original tribe connections with Lance, Janaki, and Elaine from Mankato, Andrea and Megan from Anoka, and Bergen and Serena from Owatonna. At the new Mankato tribe, it looked like the purple tribe was filled with Angie's worst nightmare, men. Meanwhile, for James, Daniel, and Carter, it became the tribe of their dreams. Upon his return to the game, Jack was anything but a sleeper as he worked to rebuild trust with Angie. On the new Anoka tribe, the original women of Shakopee seemed to have the upper hand from the start. As tensions grew between Katie and Cam, so did the targets on both of their backs. However, Savannah and Macy had another plan in mind when they decided to go after a favorite for the first time this season. At Savannah, Macy, Hannah, and Elizabeth's first tribal council of the game, the new environment didn't stop the tribe from unanimously blindsiding Hannah, making her the 4th player eliminated from the game. 20 are left. Actually, really this time. Who will be voted out tonight? Anoka, come on in. Getting your first look at the new Anoka tribe, Hannah voted out at the last tribal council. For this challenge, 2 players per tribe will start by solving a puzzle, but the player touching the pieces will be blindfolded while the other person directs them. Once the puzzle is solved, the other 4 players will create a stack of 5 blocks while balancing the platform with ropes. The first tribe to stack all 5 blocks for 3 seconds wins immunity, and the other 2 tribes will be going to tribal council. Live to Givers ready. Go! Right here. Put that, lift it a little bit, and then put it to the top right.
Just keep putting it on. Okay, good. Yep. Okay.
So just slide those. Push that, okay, so go back to the top one. Push that up more.
Check. Correct.
Correct.
Go, 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 go.
Grab your blocks, bring them to your tribe.
Excuse me, left corner. Nope. So, left hand, put it down.
Mankato's got 1 block on.
You move the left. Yep.
The easy part is putting it, the hard part is balancing it. Mankato placing their third block. Ryan placing the fourth block. If Ryan can get this balanced, there's one block left.
Get to the top, middle. Right there. Okay. Now bring it over to the, down a little bit. Over. So we have 8.
If Jack can place this and get back to his spot and hold it for 3 seconds, Mankato will win again. Jack places the 5th block. That is wobbly. Once his hand is past that edge, I'll count to 3. 3, 2, 1. Mankato wins immunity. The number was 15. 15 every direction. Daniel, congratulations. All right, Shakopee, Anoka, you guys will be going to Tribal Council. Shakopee, since you have not gone yet, you guys will be going first, followed by Anoka. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
Like, let's all, like, we got this because we thought we were going to be on tribe, so it wasn't anything
like a pep
like...
talk.
Yeah, same.
That's meaningless.
Yeah, exactly.
Winning immunity again is a relief, and I'm really hoping that I can keep this momentum up because I really feel like the moment we go to a tribal, or the moment I ever go to a tribal, I'm definitely going to be in jeopardy. I think my name definitely has been thrown out already.
You guys think there's an idol here? I feel like there was one. There isn't anymore. If there was, because this is really suspicious.
Getting some pen to paper is big. Because yeah, right now I've got no evidence to really prove it's all he said, it's all he said, she said stuff, and I don't know where anything stands. It kind of would be nice to go to tribal because then I can have something to go off of, and I know I'm going to be safe anyways. But people might say I didn't play the game as much, but I fundraise well. I mean, I've been playing the game for 2 years at this point. This game didn't start yesterday. This game started 2 years ago in my eyes, and I earned those 3 fair and square, and I'll gladly argue that. So it'd be nice to go to tribal, but I'll stay safe as long as I can. And I've got an extra vote in my pocket. I know James has an immunity idol. I've got a few cards I can play.
How do you feel?
Fine. I just feel like whenever we go to tribal, like my name's gonna come up, so I'm just kind of enjoying and having as much fun as I can for now.
See, and I feel like I'm kind of on the outs here.
I did have a great conversation with Angie, and I like Angie because she is a wild card, as much as that is kind of threatening because I don't really know how she plays the game. No one really saw season 1. So I'm glad her and I went for a walk to talk a little bit about where our heads are at. But yeah, I mean, Ryan has immunity. Like, he's safe. So
For 3?
yeah, and he hasn't lost yet, so he's still good with that at least.
Yeah, that makes it hard. And the Elder does too, so if we go to tribal,
it's slim picking.
Yeah, it's me, Jack, you, and Carter. So, is that it? Who else am I missing? Daniel, yeah.
Again, no one's really throwing like names or plans out there, so just to know that I've established that communication with her, if we ever happen to lose, makes me feel a little bit better.
So, like, honestly, if you have a plan, like, I'm down for it. Otherwise, we can make one together. Like, I think it's hard for me right now because it's so hard to understand the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like you guys all seem like, and I just feel like I'm probably just insecure and feeling like I'm in the outs.
No, it's like what you said. You had to play
right.
already, and none of us really have yet.
So, like, if you're willing to, like, I'm willing. I don't feel like I have anybody there that I'm like close with.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting to like make a move,
No one's talking games. So.
I know, it just makes it like, because then you're all just sitting there like, you know, it's the elephant in the room, but like right now it's just way too happy-go-lucky for me. These people have never, besides Jack, these people have never been to a tribal council. So we've just been sitting around, and maybe there's conversations going on when I leave, like they're probably talking now, but like nobody's making any game plans, and this group of people, it just seems odd to me. Like James, Carter, both Ryans, like they are all really into this. There's no way they're not making any game plans, so it's just frustrating to me that like we're all just sitting there.
I mean, that's the thing that like I can't really control, but I kind of accept. Like, I just hope we keep winning, because once Angie goes, then the only people vulnerable are like you, Carter, me, and James, and like I feel like I'd be in a sticky spot there, but it's like there's not like I want to work with you guys, so I kind of just am banking on the fact that we don't lose more than one challenge.
Right.
Things are in a weird state right now because James and especially Carter and Daniel are people I genuinely do want to work with. The problem is, as I mentioned earlier, if Angie goes, then they don't have any other option other than to vote me out unless they want to turn on each other, which I doubt they do. So I had that plan earlier of trying to get myself, Angie, and the Ryans together to kind of go against them. But I really do want to work with like Carter and Daniel. So it's like, do I keep myself safe for one vote and hop on board this Angie plan and then be basically the next person to go? Or do I try to put a plan in action, take out someone like James right now, and then shift the target onto myself?
Ideally, if I had it my way, and I would love to take this group. Say it.
We can all
'Cause
stay together.
Seriously,
like,
if we
I
can
feel
somehow
awesome
all
about
make
this.
it,
I
whatever
really
you got to
do
do to
too.
get to the merge. If they swap us, like whatever. Once we hit the merge, like this should be the group
Bring
that
it
comes
back
together. And
I
just
agree,
boom, boom,
100%.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm down.
Carter, James, and Daniel. Me, Carter, and James literally went to the final two. Yeah, no, I know. We gotta take out one of them. So my pitch is the four of us. I think it makes sense for everyone. Because you're safe. So you're not going. You, me, Ryan, and okay. Yeah. Just who do you want to go for out of those? Whatever you want. As long as it's not any of those three, whatever we think is like the head of the state. I don't care.
I think I'm in a good position. I will say though that if this tribe does have to go to tribal, it might be a little messy. Project Silent but Deadly got a little waylaid this round when Jack approached me, which, he said, "Do you want to talk?" And inside my mind, I'm like, "No, I do not want to talk. I like you, Jack. You're a great guy. I would even work with you, but I don't want to be seen talking with you."
But just no one's talking game.
I know.
It's weird. Like I tried
Jack
to
tried to talk game with me just the one time he pulled me over, and I kept him close by the camp because I just didn't want it to look as sus as it did, but
I did tell Elder when he said that people were concerned about Carter and I wanted to kind of throw people off that track. So I told him, I go, if I team up with Carter, it's so predictable. Like, why would I do that to my own game? Even though I want to do that. So I haven't even like had a moment to even talk with Carter. So like,
yeah.
it's like if I went off and talked with him on 101, that'd be
Well, the thing is, I
stupid.
also want Carter in the game.
Okay.
So like, connect those dots.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I used to play Dungeons and Dragons a lot. My dad was the dungeon master. It was really fun. And we had this friend whose character was a barbarian, except for he didn't have a weapon. He had 2 shields, right? Which is so dumb, but like, he was indestructible, right? That's me and James, 2 fucking shields for each other. Together, we can't be stopped as long as we both stay in the game together. We're not going anywhere.
I knew, even in like our little intro interviews, like I already know I'm gonna be paired up with Carter. Like that's just gonna be the impression.
Yeah.
But
So I don't think it's a problem yet. I want to talk to Jack about it though.
please do. I wish I had a moment to talk with Jack, but like no one's really.
So I think Jack would probably pitch Daniel then. So I don't know how you feel about Daniel.
I would be open to that.
All right, let's talk about that. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's
I
keep
would-
kicking the can down the road.
I would be
as I
open
said,
to
a little less.
I mean, in theory, I think he's a great asset for challenges, but at the same time.
The question is now, if we have to vote someone off, who is it going to be? At this point, it's between Jack and Angie, and I think we want to keep Jack around. I know I do for sure. He's just another shield for me. And so, unfortunately for Angie, that's just the situation for her if we get to that point. Financing.
I've thought about getting a tattoo, but I think it would have to be something as meaningful as that to be worth it, you know?
So I was just able to actually have a really good conversation with Angie just about some things we've been able to connect on, something that you don't really want to connect with somebody on. Unfortunately, the loss of her dad and the loss of my mom. So
Because it's just a big decision. I want to work at Disney World.
If they were
And
like,
they
you'd be
just
remote
changed
manager,
their
I'd do
tattoo
that.
requirements, like you couldn't have tattoos before.
I know Nate left.
So right when they changed that, I was like,
Do you know that?
it's meant to be.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
We were able to talk about she recently got a tattoo on her arm for her dad and with her brother as well, and that's something my family's been talking about, so we were able to really bond on that. I think we can definitely have a connection that's maybe on a deeper level than anybody else here, because I don't know everybody, but I don't know if there's many people here that have gone through something like that.
Like I kept on like looking at it.
Oh
and
yeah,
I
it was right in your line of sight.
Yeah, and I
That's
like kept on like
amazing.
closing my eyes and like saying it over and over to me again. Like, sorry, I'm gonna start crying. Yeah, like I kept on. Sorry, it's been hard. Yesterday was hard,
Yeah.
and I can't even say anything because
What do you mean?
like we voted you out. Like I'm like, oh, this was so hard for
no,
me.
no, what you're dealing with is a lot worse than getting voted out of a charity game. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I just like kept on looking at it. We were able to talk now to just about somebody saw my tattoo. It says "Go the Distance." My family's huge like Disney fans, and my dad passed away of prostate cancer 3 years ago, and I just like recently got this tattoo, so somebody was asking about it, and then Carter, obviously I know about Sunday, so like I was just kind of asking him if he would ever do the same thing for Sunday, and he is talking about it with his siblings. And would you ever get one for your Sunday?
We're talking about it, but like none of us can we actually talking about it the other day, and like me, Brock, and Tucker kind of like agreed on something, and then Kenny's like, not doing that. Nope, I'm doing my own thing. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's. It's not something that you ever want to bond with, like out here. Like it's not something that you're like, oh, I'm really excited. Like we're bonding over this, but it is kind of good to have other people that are in this similar situation, just to kind of like know that you're not alone. And honestly, you'd rather be alone in that situation, but it is good to have other people that have been through it. And I hope like if we do end up making it farther, it would be good to like, not even game wise, just like be able to kind of talk about it and see his experience and like, I don't know, help each other. And Megan wants to keep me, you, Andrea, and Megan, yeah.
I volunteered to do the puzzle because I suck at puzzles, but I wanted to get it out of the way, like to say that I've done it, and I bombed. I had 15. Megan was a really good partner. She listened well, it's just I couldn't come up with the number, so.
What a bummer. I was really a wimp this last challenge. I was trying to do anything during the challenge where like I wouldn't lose it for everyone. So all I had to do was like move blocks. I couldn't do anything more than that, but I felt really helpless, like I couldn't help.
When I first got hired, my kids have sports in the afternoon and now my daughter doesn't.
Sure.
So I'm down to one kid. And, yeah. Janica approached me and I told her I have Megan. And she thinks she can get Bergen, so that would be 4. I told her I think we should get Lance out right away because he's really good at the game. Bergen does not want to do that. So I have a feeling that Lance and Bergen are together. Okay, so the obvious, Serena's not here. Does anyone? What do you guys think about Serena?
I like everybody.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm the weak link on this last challenge, so I'm an obvious choice. So I'm gonna be throwing names out.
Yeah, but I don't think you're a weak link though. I just think you had a bad.
Being a part of a puzzle, you're like being the hero part of the challenge, and if things don't go right, it'll fall on you. I knew that puzzle like the back of my hand. If I would have known the type of puzzle it was, I would have got on it it sucked because I could have got us the win. Like I would have finished that puzzle in like literally 30 seconds, and it like drains me that I'm playing a hesitant game with certain things just to try to, not put myself in sticky situations. This is my first tribal and my nerves is on 1,000, but I'm hoping that I just could talk to the people that I trust and want to work with, and they're telling me the truth. I'm trying to not get like crazy. That's why I'm still like very zen, calm, cool, collected, because if I start like overreacting, things will go left.
That just concerns me because she's from my tribe. But I do agree that like it's scary when people are throwing names out, right?
Yeah, but I feel like you've made like a rapport with people. Like I know I have a good relationship with you.
That's like what I love about the game the most. Is just I do like that's my only like I just like talking to people.
Because as soon as Serena went to her confessional, it was like y'all set on Serena. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do it. But I know as soon as I go do mine, she gonna put me out.
Yeah.
Andrea energy is just a little off. So Bergen gives me the up and up that she already has pitched my name, which not surprising. I'm definitely a threat. But she's playing hard. She was one of the first people that wanted fans Tangerine to stick strong, and you're willing to throw me on the bus first.
That's confusing. So am I voting for Serena or am I voting for you? I'm just kidding.
That's what I said. I wanted to.
Is that a good social game?
That's why I wanted to break away and talk.
Well, I think that's good.
I think I have a good group. I think I have people I can trust, and I don't think that I'm gonna get votes right now. But also, it's really difficult because, on the one hand, I want to work with Megan, but she wants to keep the original gray and the original orange kind of aligned, since we both like went to tribals twice in a row. And then I want to work with Lance, but then my first instinct was to put out Andrea's name. Andrea said Lance, so it's really complicated right now, and everybody's just sitting at camp and nobody's saying anything, and I hope that they just start talking and tell me a name. When I get there, I'll be like yes or no.
What are you thinking?
I'm open to whatever, honestly. I wanted to break up and talk to people, and that's what I thought I was doing, but then I'm over there and like everyone's in a group of 4, so I'm like, well, I'm coming back.
No, that's
Cool. We can go talk.
yeah.
We can break up.
That's fine.
I really want to work with Bergen because he is safe until the merge, and I think that'll be really helpful for my game. So if I can really build a strong relationship with him, he's more likely to keep me around with him. I also want to work with Andrea because I believe she's also stayed close to the merge, but at least for a few tribals. So she's close with Bergen, and she wants to vote on Lance. She actually threw Lance's name out at me. That's the plan that I'm hoping. I hope it's not some funny game and it's a different blindside. I mean, if we vote Lance out, then we're losing one of us.
That's what I feel.
Okay, so you want to pull it
I think we should stick together.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily want to get rid of Andrea.
So then do we get rid of Serena?
Well, that's the question. I need to figure out who I'm voting for. And, I need to figure out what can make us stronger for the next challenge. There's things you need to figure out. And the funny thing is like we come back to camp and like my entire tribe is talking without me. So it's like I'm screwed basically. I think Lance and Janica, is that her name? Mm-hmm. They're both super nervous. I told them that we was in trouble because we come in 3 to 4, I looked at it as. And of course the 2 of them would rally and to go against me because I'm kind of the bigger threat. However, I do have some people that are fans of mine, so it's like they don't want to vote for me because they're fans, but they may be persuaded by everybody else to do so. I think if everyone voted right now, they're solidified in getting me out, even though there may be some people that don't want to send me home. But that's a Survivor, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
Think about it. It's you and me, you and Megan, or
Yes.
we take out one of those, and we still have the majority.
Correct.
4-2.
Correct.
And we could go Janica or Blaine next time.
Correct.
Not really sure who is going to go home. I've heard 3 different names. I definitely want to keep strong with Serena. If Cam stays in the game, definitely want to connect back with Cam because he has our team idol. And if that hasn't been played, that can be used as an advantage towards me.
It's like, I don't have it. I know it's gone, but I don't know if somebody...
What if she has it and pulls it?
And then still votes for me.
So now all 4 of them are going? What the hell?
Well, Megan was offering
She will not vote you.
or Elaine. I still think I would pick Andrea just because I would still be able to work with Lance, and then Bergen could still have his alliance with Elaine for like the famous. Like I feel like that would be kind of even out for me, but I don't think it's gonna work that way.
It's awkward, like the scramble's awkward. Like we weren't starting and now the scramble's real. And it like took a while to start and now people are playing hard. And it's that feeling of like, I thought we had a plan. I thought I was part of a plan and now it's going crazy. I thought that leaving my Orange Tribe, Andrea and I were gonna try to work with Silver because that's what we decided as an Orange Tribe, and it seemed like we were doing that, but then she started throwing out some Silver names, and I think maybe she was doing it as a cover, but now I don't know that they're gonna believe her. At this point, I don't really know who I can trust. I felt like I really trusted Andrea, and I have to hold to that, but now I'm gonna have to convince the others that that's what she was doing. And I would prefer to keep us with her.
Okay.
And meaning that, but I understand if you can't do it. I understand 100%.
Shakapi, welcome to your first tribal council as a switched tribe. Lance, this is your first time here. What is it like coming here, especially not with original people that you had been with?
It's definitely not fun ever coming to tribal council. The name of the game is not to get your torch snubbed, and by coming to tribal, you run that risk. So we have to like scramble and do all of that. It's yeah.
So Bergen, Lance is saying all the scrambling. What does that look like at camp? Were people off in pairs, or what was going on?
At first, really awkward circle. Where we were all just kind of like looking at each other like, oh, who's gonna go off first? There's a lot of like groups of 4, groups of 5, here's 2, there's 2. I mean, it's mass chaos right now, especially when you don't know a lot of the people and you haven't played with them yet.
And Elaine, do you think the original tribes have any impact on this? I mean, you, Lance, and Janicki started together. We have Serena and Bergen that started, and then Andrea and Megan. Does that initial divide affect this tribal, do you think?
Yeah, like everything I do is based off relationships. Life, Survivor, it's all based off relationships. And if I form a good bond with you and I have a strong relationship with you, that carries over. So if you're with me on day 1, you're pretty lucky, I'm just saying.
So Megan, Elaine just says if you're with her on day 1, that's a good thing. Does that concern you at all? Because you weren't with her on day 1.
No, I wasn't. It all changes so fast, doesn't it? Yeah, this game is moving fast already. I mean, it's hard to even know what original was anymore.
And Andrea, how do you keep up with the pace of this game?
I don't know, because I'm like going on no sleep. I'm trying very hard. I've already forgotten a couple names, and someone had to remind me of a name, but I'm good now.
Was it the name of someone going home?
No.
Does the sleep actually affect your like thinking and like the not eating?
It sucks because we came in here on such a high from, you know, moving into the Ritz-Carlton with the pillows, blankets, s'mores. It was fun, and then to, you know, lose that challenge.
How many of you feel safe? Nice.
This is why coming to tribal is kind of nice, because this is the true test to see where the lines are drawn.
Well, what do you got? Speak it now or no?
Yeah. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
They all scared to say stuff. All right.
I'm seeing nods, I'm seeing whispers.
Seeing pointing.
Wow.
I think we're ready.
We're good.
I think we're good.
Let's hope. One of you probably isn't. All right, let's get to a vote. Janicki, you're up.
This might be a really big mistake, but you are too good at this game.
Is that how you spell it?
Andrea, I'm voting you because I'm a loyal player. They're trying to last minute tell me to save myself to vote Elaine. I'll take that chance because if they're all voting Elaine, then I still should survive even with this. So.
I don't know what to do.
Alright. This is the first time where I don't know what I'm gonna do. If this doesn't work, and if you see me next tribal council, then I made a big mistake.
I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote. Andrea. Andrea. The 2 votes, Andrea. Elaine. Elaine, that's 2 votes Andrea, 2 votes Elaine. Andrea, that's 3 votes Andrea, 2 votes Elaine. The 5th person voted off of Live to Give fans, first favorites, first famous. Andrea, you need to bring me your torch?
It was fun. That's okay. You're good. It's alright.
Andrea, let me try this quicker. Here we go.
Hey!
Alright, Elaine, you received a couple votes. Did not seem like that was unanimous. Can't wait to see what happens next. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
I'm not shocked. I think I got voted off because I was playing a little too hard today. I knew I made a mistake when I said Lance's name.
God, Andrew, you came out swinging, and I tried to do damage control. I seriously tried, but you were throwing around too many names. And Andrea, if you see this, I tried my hardest to save you.
I played for Open Doors for Youth in Elk River, Minnesota. They are about mental health and young kids and trying to make mental health awareness normal. I think my family is going to be proud of me. I know they're proud of me. I'm missing a baseball tournament for this, and that's huge. So.
Just read this one last thing for us on camera.
Small advantage. Thank you for participating in Live to Give. Fans versus favorites versus famous. As mentioned at the start of the game, the small advantage provided by our sponsorship with Maynard's, I am an automatic spot in the jury. Congratulations for making it into the elite group of people that will determine the winner of our biggest season yet. Choose wisely.
This is what we do.
Yep.
We don't eat and we lose things.
And we go sit in the hot sun at tribal.
Yeah, I do.
The game's the game, but losing again, it's just like deja vu. I feel like exhausted emotionally so much right now. I feel like it's like embarrassing and disheartening, but it's also kind of funny. I don't even know how to describe it, but I just want this streak to end.
Sorry to bring you to your second tribal council.
Well, it's not your fault. It was a tough challenge, and
Only one person. They crushed it.
Yeah, there was no.
I thought that for sure they would drop that a couple times so you had like.
I thought that was gonna be way
chance.
harder.
Oh, I was praying. I was like, drop.
Yeah, but they crushed it.
Babe, this challenge was not set up for a winner like me, apparently. But, I mean, I dropped the ball. I kind of am nervous that they could just be easy. like wanted to volunteer and he couldn't back it up, but it was hard. Like the other team barely got it, and definitely a hard one. And the sun and exhaustion and no sleep definitely does not help at all. By the way, did you really think that there's an idol here, or they found it? What was the tribal thing about?
Oh, about the idol?
Yeah.
If there's an idol places, I always assume someone has found it.
I thought if anyone would have had it, it would have been Hannah. And that's why we were about this last tribal council. I was like, if Hannah has an idol, then it would have been you going out because she voted for you.
Yeah. I'm so excited I made it through my first tribal council, and so far the only famous member to do so. But I think voting out Hannah was the right way to go, just because Cam and Katie kind of seem to butt heads. Like, she really wants to get him out and vice versa. So I think that puts me and Savannah kind of as the decision makers of the tribe. And so I'm excited to see who we're going to vote out next, and hopefully we make a good choice.
So, was there only one vote for me?
Yep.
Yeah. We decided on Hannah, and everybody else seemed to be on board with it. Coming to find out afterwards, she was throwing my name. I think Cam was throwing my name again. That's fine. I don't know what happened to the idol in our original camp, and Bergen said something about flushing an idol out of Cam the other day, so I was like, does Cam have an idol that I don't know about?
So I don't think anyone in this tribe knows, but if they did, it would be Katie, and she would hear it by hearsay. Bergen accidentally let it slip. I don't know if he was just thinking it was joking, but Katie heard that, and I just don't know if she knows that to be true, but I'm hoping she doesn't. I almost pulled it this past one. I'm glad I didn't, but I mean, I have that, and if I get once again, if I get a weird suspicion, I can play it, but really want to keep that for the merge.
Who do you guys want to vote out?
You've heard who I've said before.
If that's who you want, I'm down with that.
I mean, similar situation where Hannah was like talking about like moving. She has not solidified. She hasn't even talked to me at all.
Even if we stay strong, I feel like she'd be the first one to flip if we merge.
I was worried because at Tribal, Katie made some comment about how she thinks that the idol at this camp was found, which means she probably thinks I have it, which is true. So I'm really worried about Katie right now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I know she doesn't have my back, so I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, like, I'm playing this game on who I can trust, and, like, I got a good vibe from you guys from, like, the literal social.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I can't say the same about Katie, so. I was trying to put, when you guys threw it at Hannah last time, I was like, oh, okay.
I know. But I was thinking she'd be easy to get out this time, whereas Hannah starts talking to people, and we were both really unsure about that.
I'm down for voting out Katie. I don't know if anyone in our tribe has an idol. I feel like someone might, so I'm a little nervous about that, but I think Katie's a good one to vote out right now, because I feel like as soon as we get together with the other tribes, she would flip on us.
Here, I love this. This is great. I feel better. I think the plan is to split the vote on Cam and Macy. If it were up to me, I'd get rid of sweet little baby queen. That's the plan, is to split it. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Cam would come for me. And if Macy got scared, Macy might join him. But I'm pretty sure that the others are for keeping me. So we'll see what happens.
So yeah, let's stick with that. Yep.
But I'm solid with, like, the 5 that we would have left. And if there is a swap, we pray and pray and pray.
Yeah. As much as I want to work with Cam, they do make a good point. He's got a lot of friends in this game. He's likable. I mean, he hooked me in. I like the guy genuinely, and I think that's part of his game. I don't know what's going to happen in this vote at all. Because I'm doing Cam right. Who else is doing Cam? My mom is doing Cam. I thought we were splitting.
I don't know what you think.
I don't care.
I know, like, I'm guessing the groups that were already on a tribe together want to stay strong. So that would be everyone besides me and Derek, basically 3 and 2. I don't remember exactly the split. So I think they're probably going to try and work together, and I don't know if they're going to try and pull one, like 3 pull both of us in, one of us in. I feel like it could go any which way, but I'm guessing the tribes will stay strong.
So we're looking at voting either Cam or Katie out of the next tribal, but I can't tell if I can trust Cam or not. He keeps like whispering about things, and some of them are saying he wants to put my name down, some are saying he wants to put Katie's name down. I'm down for voting out Katie. I don't know if anyone in our tribe has an idol. I feel like someone might, so I'm a little nervous about that, but I think Katie's a good one to vote out right now, because I feel like as soon as we get together with the other tribes, she would flip on us, but there's no way to know for sure. I feel the same way about Cam though, so it's definitely a hard decision to make.
Who said that? Katie, just Katie. Oh, if they don't leave behind, they want to do me behind us.
What? I'm getting confirmation from Derek.
That you're not voting me?
Here's your vote.
Okay, are they voting for me?
Cam's on your name.
Okay. I trust none of them. I'm still, unlike, I think I'm in the paranoia phase where I don't really think any of them want to work with me, but they'll utilize my vote, which for the moment is fine. So it's kind of falling in my lap. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm sweating.
I'm scared.
What?
I don't know what's happening, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. That's all.
Here's the thing, we can go like fan strong all we want, but we need connections to the other side. And I think keeping Cam might be smart. Yes. If we save him here, he's gonna owe us one.
100%.
Initially, when this tribe was formed, I was like, okay, Macy's gotta go. She's from the famous group. She was like making a lot of like funny, not flirtatious, but like making fun of whatever comments to some of the other famous players. So I know they're connected, and that's incredibly dangerous long term for me. I'm concerned a lot about other idols, but I can't change. Katie had something, but I have to do more like investigation right now to see how she feels, because if she thinks it's her, maybe I'll throw a rogue vote in case of an idol at like someone like Macy.
All right. I'll now bring in the first member of our jury.
Oh, she's got it.
Andrea, voted out at the last tribal council. All right, Anoka, welcome back to tribal council again. I think Anoka's been here every single round. Who was on the original Anoka? Derek, you've been to every tribal so far.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Honestly, it's a little embarrassing. It's a little disheartening. It's kind of funny though. I'm trying to think of it lightheartedly and just like look at the bigger picture. I'm here, I'm able to play this game that I've been waiting like 2 years to play now. So even if it sucks that I have to go to every tribal and like constantly be paranoid, at least I'm playing the game that I've wanted to play for a long time now.
In Savannah, you know, Derek has been to every tribal. You guys just had your first one, and then we saw a unanimous blindside against Hannah. So is it fair to say that original lines aren't as original and there's a lot of more complexity to this?
I think there's definitely some complexity, you know, when you hear people saying that the original tribes don't mean a whole lot, you know, that gives you a little wiggle room to say, well, I guess they don't, so I can do what I need to do for my game and to better myself moving forward,
So Katie, it's very ironic that Savannah says something like that. How do you then learn to trust people that are saying original lines matter when they blindside their own?
Trust is hard in Survivor and in life anyway, you know? It is what it is. You do your best, you lay the best foundations you can, and you roll with the punches.
And Cam, so have there been talk of any idols or any plays like that that could potentially happen?
Yeah, I mean, the consensus is if they were found, we don't know by who. I mean, I haven't seen anything. I don't know if anyone else has seen anything. Derek said there was nothing on camp, so kind of just taking everyone's word for it.
And Macy, when that happens, does that factor into a vote at all, like splitting votes to potentially flush idols?
Yeah, I think it absolutely does if we have any concern that there's even an idol out there. As for right now, it's not to my knowledge that anyone has one, so you just have to hope that the vote goes the way you think it will, and right now I honestly have no idea.
Elizabeth, so you're a fan, you know this game. Macy says she doesn't think there's an idol. As a fan, do you think that's an accurate statement?
I feel like there has to be one at least somewhere out there, but it's really a hard situation to read because I feel like everyone's being super honest about it. At the same time, it's like, how could there not be an idol somewhere here?
And Savannah, how do you plan for a vote then?
It's tricky. That's been a lot of the drama and has caused some confusion, people being on different pages than you originally thought. Either you guys hit it too well or everyone's really good at lying.
Derek, do you feel like lies are going everywhere?
I think there are lies and deception, but I think it's being done in a different way ever seen before. Because at the end of the day, everyone's trying to keep up this kumbaya mentality when in reality, everyone's playing for themselves.
So Cam, what do you need to have happen at this vote? What are you expecting?
I need to not go home. I keep saying that, but that's, you know, this is an individual game. These are a lovely, lovely group of people on this tribe, but like, I don't know, there's been a lot of talk, as you can probably guess by now.
And Macy, do things switch round by round? Have you seen shifts every single round of this game?
I would say shifts like every 10 minutes of this game, especially when you know you're going to tribal council. And so we're all back and forth, we're scrambling, and at this point I don't even know who anyone's voting for.
Even walking back, like walking to tribal chaos every time.
Definitely a lot more stressful than the kumbaya of the first day, so.
All right, we'll get to a vote. Macy, you're up.
I don't know who's getting voted out tonight. Could be me.
If you quit saying my name, I would quit writing yours.
Well, hopefully I play the right move. I'll just leave it at that.
I will tally the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and likes to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Yeah, I would feel stupid if I used this wrong, but I'd feel more stupid if I went home using it.
The vibes were not right.
Vibe wasn't right. This is the Holland Bobcat Services Hidden Immunity Idol. Any votes cast for Cam at this tribal will not count. I'll tally the votes. First vote. Cam does not count. Macy. That's one vote, Macy. Katie. That's one vote, Katie. Katie. That's two votes, Katie. One vote, Macy. Sixth person vote off of Live to Give, fans versus favorites versus famous. Katie, can you bring me a torch? Katie, Trevor's spoken. Time for you to go.
Okay. Good play, Cam.
Good
fun, guys.
Didn't need it, but.
Paranoia leads to an idle play. People are getting votes everywhere. I cannot wait to see what chaos you guys bring me next. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
I'm feeling pretty disappointed. It's going to bite them not taking care of Cam and Macy, but that's okay. They're big kids, they can make their own decisions. What do I think my boys are gonna think? I hope they're proud of me. I don't get out much. I'm a mom, and like my job is to be a wife and a mom and to be these things, and I do it a lot and I take it very seriously. And so when I get to go and do something that's gonna take me away from that, it has to be important and it has to be good. Live to Give is something that I can come and I can do, whether it's to volunteer or to play, to do. It's not just fun, like there's value in what's done here.